Happy Friday, traders and investors. It's Rod with POW Group. Welcome back in the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap and an MJ Sector review. Today's a review for July 2nd, and we're going to be discussing real quick today, just do a quick video. It was Canada Day yesterday, so we didn't get a video out. And I know a lot of people are pretty much checked out at the moment, enjoying the nice weather outside. So I hope you had a great Canada Day and hope you have a great weekend ahead. But we'll look at the broader market and then we'll look at the MJ space real quickly and what some of my plans are into next week. So before we jump in, I will put some timestamps in the description below and make sure to smash like and subscribe to the channel, tick the bell and be notified on any future updates. So the S&P 500 closed at a record weekly candle close and new all-time high today, as bulls are absolutely relentless, in full control. Absolutely no red flags here at the moment, but the S&P 500, the NASDAQ simultaneously trading at record highs after better than expected June jobs reports. You can see here that we were expecting 706,000, came in with 850,000, so that was a big beat there. And then the previous jobs report was in May at 559,000, so a big jump up from that as well. So market bulls responding very nicely to that. We had a big move on ADA, so just looking at the crypto space real quick, we had a nice move on Cardano, and that comes after Grayscale mentioned that it was, I think, the third largest holding in their trust funds. So that was obviously some bullish news for Cardano. And taking a look at Bitcoin real quick, we are just consolidating here on the daily. We have a daily inside bar, so we're going to be watching that. We held that by about $1, 32,703. We got as low as 33,704 here on Coinbase. So we're just looking for a daily high or low here compared to 30,173, still in a daily uptrend. And resistance to break is going to be 36,675, but no major red flags here whatsoever. Declining bear volume is good to see as well while we're searching for this daily high or low. And that daily uptrend is going to be the most important factor going forward on Bitcoin. As long as we maintain that daily uptrend, bulls are just fine. So taking a look at SPY here after hours, we are down to 433.25, and the bulls just continue to impress here today. But just take a look at the RSI here on the hourly. That is absolutely insane, sitting above 91 on the hourly. We haven't had any real hourly consolidation since 427.15. So we are losing the low of the previous hourly candle here after hours. So we're going to be a little cautious going into next week. We are at all-time highs, so we know that we haven't pulled back on the daily time frame either since 414.70. So just from current levels, that means we could drop about a little over 4.3% and still just be looking for a daily high or low in this pattern. And we still haven't even changed the daily trend yet. We lost the daily uptrend and we failed to confirm a daily uptrend since. So this move is just a V-shaped recovery straight off the lows. So as soon as we lose the low of the previous daily candle, daily consolidation will be underway, but bulls got a ton of room to form a daily high or low. But that also means that we have a lot less support and the potential for a pretty nasty pullback while just searching. Even a pullback to the EMA 12 would be about 427. So I did add to some SPXS today, just hedging some long-term positions. I also trimmed a couple positions in my swing account in my MJ positions to account for this risk. So I do believe that MJ could be susceptible to, a market sell-off. So the only reason I think that MJ is really going to get hurt there, since it's already been beaten up so much comparative to the rest of the market, I'm just hedging my long-term positions with SPXS, which is a short inverse ETF to 3x leverage to SPY. So added quite a bit to that position today. And I know that daily consolidation, we don't have a crystal ball, but it's been 10 days in a row now. So I know that we have to be on the lookout for the low of the previous day to be lost in the following day. And it's set up for a daily inside bar potential here into next week. So we could see a tightening range. And the low to break will be 430.52. If we lose 430.52 on Monday or next week, actually the US markets are closed on Monday, so we won't be seeing any data until Tuesday, but the Canadian markets will be open as well, so something to keep in mind. But at this point, we confirmed the monthly bull flag and we could be nearing this top. We're getting close to the monthly Bollinger Band once again, but after last month, we said we had an extremely bullish monthly candle close and that we were likely heading to 430 this week. And here we are over 433 and record weekly candle close. And it looks like we want more into next week. But we are seeing this bearish RSI divergence here as well on the weekly. So we're seeing lower highs and lower lows on the RSI, while we're seeing higher lows and higher highs on the weekly chart. So just something to keep an eye on and we'll be watching for the low. We haven't consolidated on the monthly as well since all the way back in September. We're getting close to a full year without any monthly consolidation. So again, we're going to be watching for the low of the previous month to hold. So 414.70 is going to be extremely important. If we lose that at any point this month, monthly consolidation will begin, and we don't even have any 10-month moving average or EMA 12 support down here till about 387, 389. So that's a pretty big drop from current levels. That means we could drop about 8 to 10%. And I wouldn't be surprised in the least if we saw a 5 to 10% pullback after hitting this after this monster move. So taking a look at the dollar. The dollar confirmed a 2-day bull flag rather. So we mentioned that we could see some weakness in stocks, but we're not really seeing that inverse correlation like we normally do. So the dollar is pulling back today, which is coming back to what we would expect. When stocks go up, we generally expect the dollar to see weakness. So today was the case where we had that correlation pick up again, but it was pretty much, they were pretty much correlated. Right now it's inverse again, but they were pretty much correlated in a positive regard because we kept seeing higher lows every day with the dollar, and we kept seeing higher lows every day with SPY as well. So finally seeing that pattern break and that correlation break. But taking a look at the tech sector, so tech sector, new all-time high, record daily and weekly candle close. And like I said, closing right at the high of the week outside of the Bollinger Band, and we are touching on weekly overbought. So we're weekly overbought and daily overbought now on QQQ and SPY. So it's definitely time to start being cautious, in my opinion. I'm not so much looking to short the tech sector as much as I am SPY, because I believe that if SPY is to fall, then the whole market and a lot of individual stocks are going to fall as well. So I'm just hedging my long-term positions with SPXS, because if the overall broader market sees a significant drop, well, then we can likely expect most of our individual stocks to see a pretty big drop as well. So that's how I'm hedging those long-term positions and able to sleep at night. Taking a look at US oil, so daily inside bar and tightening range. The metals breaking out here on the daily, trying to set their bottoms here after gold lost 1761, but getting this daily oversold bounce underway. And bulls want to get a big of a bounce here on the daily as possible. Financial sector today broke yesterday's high, but didn't really see much follow through. XLV, so the healthcare sector was extremely strong today. Record daily close, must be a record weekly close. So as long as we maintain the weekly uptrends on SPY, that's the most important factor at this point. And we're maintaining this EMA 12 here on the weekly as well. So if we were to lose that, that would be notable and a cause for concern. But right now we're just maintaining that weekly uptrend, which has been the case since the March lows in 2020. But not losing sight of the fact that monthly consolidation is due. It's now going on 10 months without any monthly consolidation. We know it's going to happen eventually, but that's why we don't want to fight these bulls too much. We want to, just scale in. In my opinion, that's what I've been doing, is scaling into this short position and just de-risking a little bit from my long-term holdings. So moving on to some individual tickers. BBD.B was the leader today, up over 13%. So congrats to the bulls. And we had a nice lower wick there on the weekly, on the daily time frame. So we have a new daily high or low established here at 115, and a nice lower wick, but almost a bit of a doji there on the daily, but favoring the bulls here and likely going to be targeting 150. So if you recall a video from last week, I mentioned to watch that 150 level. And at this point, bulls are in full control, holding the weekly uptrend, holding the weekly EMA 12. And I know a lot of people in our group took a stop buy on that break of 105. And since that break, up over 30%. So congrats to the bulls there. So SPCE, CWeb, and FTNT led the bull list today. On the bear list, we had DDD, OPK, and CLOV. Moving on to the MJ space. So not looking good here. So I did trim some of my MJ positions, specifically Hexo. We did lose 550 today, but we managed to close over it. But starting to see a little bit of weakness here. Just take a look at the till rate chart. So we did close under EMA 26 at 1747. So weekly consolidation may be in store for next week. And then we'll be still looking for a weekly higher low compared to 1341. And if we just take a look across the board here today, we had a lot of red. On the bull list, we had PCLO, VLNS, Labs, TGOD. On the bear list, we had XTRX, OGI, Tilray, and North. So like I said, a lot of names looking pretty bearish here. Taking a look at CGC. So closing near the low of its weekly candle. ACB as well, Hexo, Cron. And taking a look at Hexo, we still have that weekly inverse head and shoulders potential, but we're starting to drag on a little bit longer than we would want to here. And like I said, we're closed below. We had support at 564, and we closed below that the last couple of weeks, 568 actually, and then 582 last week. And here we are closing at 556. So we're just seeing that, we're not seeing much follow through, but as long as we maintain 550, we are up here to 558 here after hours. But personally, I'm not liking the action, and I think we could be heading down here to 502 support. So what I did was based on how extended we are on SPY, we know that we're due for monthly consolidation. We know that we're due for daily consolidation. We know that we're due for hourly consolidation. So just hedging, took some out of Hexo. So took some powder out of Hexo and moved that into some SPXS. If we do see significant pullback on SPY, then MJ is just not set up well whatsoever. And I think that we could be heading to the $5 area on Hexo. Maybe we even see a flush of $5 and things get extreme. So going to be watching for that as well. MSOS, so failed to close over EMA 12. We had EMA 12 at 40.78. We closed at 40.60. So another bit of a red flag there, but we did change the daily trend on MSOS, and we could see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. So it looks like our US MJ is suddenly taking the spotlight as the most technical bull at the moment in terms of the Canadian market and the US market. But MSOS, we knew that we were going to be watching for a daily trend change because we knew that some of our individual names were changing their daily trends, like GTII in a daily uptrend. Cureleaf hasn't changed its daily trend yet, but looking for that daily higher low. CL did, I believe. So we had the higher low and higher high, confirming a daily bull flag. And TrueLeave, daily uptrend here with the low, high, higher low, and higher high, searching for another daily higher low. And then that's ultimately what gave us our uptrend in MSOS, in my opinion, was seeing all those major tier 1 names bouncing back. And we have the low, high, higher low, and higher high. And it was a bull flag that is confirming. So we'll just draw that out here. See here we held that 0.32 fib. A nice lower wick there. Closing above $40 is good, but didn't manage to close over EMA 12 there on the weekly, which has been rejecting it since we lost it here from the all-time highs. So on the bull and bear list, we had PLTH, Acreage, CXXI, and Ian. And on the bull list, we had TAUG, KHRN, and MMEN. KHRN getting some attention after some progress in Mexican legalization. And failed to close over weekly EMA 26 though, which is a bit of a cause for concern here. But bull's looking to change the daily trend here with a low, high, higher low. So if we break 50 cents from here, we'll confirm a daily uptrend. Seeing nice volume as well, well above the 20 period moving average. All right, going to end it there, and hope everyone has a great weekend. We shall see you. I guess Monday is a holiday, so I'm not sure if I'll do a video or not. We'll see. And then if not, we'll see you after market close on Tuesday. Have a fantastic holiday, and we'll see you on the next one.